It's really hard to believe that 3 years ago when I published the video on one of the largest master plan communities of Pasco County, it was just getting started. In the time since, Bexley and the surrounding area has grown almost overnight. There's new schools, stores, restaurants, more traffic. Today, I'm going to talk about what Bexley has become and what the builders are doing. You may not like it, but on the other hand, you might. Either way, Bexley and the area around Highway 54 in Pasco County is here to stay. Let's go take a look. Hey, welcome to our favorite YouTube channel where we talk about Florida, Tampa Bay area, and real estate in the Tampa Bay area. If you're interested in, any or all of these, you're going to want to click that subscribe button down below and hit that notification button as well. We'll let you know when the next video comes out. Just in case you don't know me, my name is Mike Lavoie. I'm a realtor with Dalton White Real Estate here in the beautiful Tampa Bay area. My wife Paula and I have lived in the Bay Area for 30-some years and absolutely love living here. If you have questions about real estate over in the Tampa Bay area, in the comment section down below there is a link to schedule an appointment. You can make it a telephone call or you can make it a Zoom call if you want to. So where do we start? Let's start with what is a Bexley. If you're still around after that, I'm going to tell you where the Bexley is, and more importantly, who is still building there. Bexley is a master plan community developed by Newland. The land it sits on used to be part of the Bexley family ranch. The ranch originally covered about 15,000 acres just north of Highway 54 in Land O'Lakes. Several years ago, like in 2002, the Bexleys figured out that the value of the land for development was a lot more valuable than the cattle on it. So they decided that their ranching days were over and sold 1,700 acres to Newland Corporation. Newland has developed several communities around Tampa, most notably Fishhawk Ranch and West Chase. So they really have some good experience with large master plan communities. In 2015, the Pasco County Commissioners approved a plan to divide that land into two sections. You get Bexley North and Bexley South. Site construction on Bexley South started in 2015 and has been going on ever since. Right now, there are very few lots left to build on. We'll get to that part later. Most sections were scheduled to be completed over a 20-year period. However, 7 years into it, Bexley South is almost built out. You can thank the massive growth that started with the COVID issue for that. They are a little ahead of schedule. It's definitely not a government job. The plan for Bexley South includes 1,200 single-family homes, 520 apartments and townhomes, and up to 1.8 million square feet of office and commercial space. It also includes a new elementary, middle, and high school, an 80-acre district park, some neighborhood centers, pedestrian-friendly amenities, and an option for an 18-hole golf course. Bexley Elementary has been open for, a couple years now. Our grandson is in second grade there. The park, neighborhood centers, and amenities have also been completed. One of the promises made to the Bexley family to seal the deal was to preserve as much of the natural wilderness as possible. So, there are now over 1,200 acres of open space, water, and conservation areas. As part of that conservation area, there are over 10 miles of riding and hiking trails. There are workout stations scattered around, parks, all kinds of parks along the walkway, several children's playgrounds, a BMX bike track, sports fields, dog parks, tennis courts, and of course, pickleball courts. Over at the Bexley Club, you're going to find a resort-style pool and a lap pool. There's an outdoor game room, a bike repair shop to correct those problems out on the trail, a cafe called Twisted Sprocket. You can get grab a quick sandwich or a latte there. There's a complete fitness room. There are several gathering areas scattered around the community and some lakes to go fishing in or just watch the wildlife. Once upon a time, there were 6 builders in Bexley. And really, that seems like a long time ago, but really, those builders closed out that section earlier this year, maybe at the end of last year. There are some homes being built. Most of the construction right now is townhomes done by David Weekley Homes. Until construction starts on Bexley North, and really, no, the developer has not released any dates, the only builder left putting up single-family homes is ICI Homes. For those of you who don't know, ICI is a regional, Florida-based home builder. They have built something over 10,000 homes in 40 communities throughout Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, and North Carolina. ICI Homes is very unique in the industry and for a major development. They are custom home builders with in-house plan development and design services. They also have the ability to customize floor plans, change things around, put up walls, take down walls, move bathrooms, whatever. Other builders can modify their floor plans based on a limited number of changes that they offer. And that's normal for most large developments like Bexley. I talk with clients all the time who want to move a closet or install a different bathroom or add a 3rd car garage. And if you've been looking at new home constructions, you know what I'm talking about. Most of the time, it is not possible. At Bexley, ICI has 4 models available. We're going to go through the Primrose. It's a 2,434 square foot, 2-story home. There's 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and a rear entry garage. Most of ICI models have rear entry garages. The front of the house looks a lot cleaner in my opinion. Let's go inside the Primrose and I'll show you what I mean about those changes. Inside the front door on the right is a bedroom and a bath. The bedroom right now is being used as a sales office, so I'm going to kind of skip by that room right now. On the other side of the hall is the master ensuite. Is it her walk-in closet and a very nicely laid out bathroom with a walk-in shower. Being a custom builder, if you want the master ensuite in the back of the house, they can do that. The kitchen and dining room and great room are all open. It makes a very nice place to entertain. So let's head upstairs and see what's up there. My guess is probably going to be more bedrooms. At the top of the stairs, there's a good-sized game room, TV room, with a very nice balcony out in front. And yeah, there are 2 more bedrooms and a full bath up here. So in this particular model, somebody's future home, it has a 2-car garage and a courtyard that we were out on earlier. People have asked about putting a pool in. Well, there is an option for that. What happens is the garage is detached from the main building. It's slid to the very back of the yard. These people here went with an optional 3-car garage, but by sliding the garage back, it opens up a hole with in the courtyard, which is big enough to accommodate a pool and an outdoor kitchen. Obviously, it's not going to be a lap pool, but most pools around here aren't. It will be a very nice oasis that can be blocked off. It's kind of like what this guy did with his house. I'm not sure I would have covered the entire pool like he did with the roof. It'd be really nice to have some sun. Right now, ICI has 2 Primrose models being built. Should be done, they're telling me, by the first of the year. The downside of those 2 is that they cannot be changed. I mean, they're pretty much too far down the road for changes. That said, they're going to be for some very nicely decorated and laid out homes. The price on the corner lot home is $708,000. The other is $695,000. They have 7 other lots available to build on at the moment. They have not been started, so you can make decisions on just about everything in the house. Just be careful that time spent in the design center can be costly. I have a video with some tips on what to do, but more importantly, what not to do in the design room. Of the 7 lots they have released, 5 are on a very small pond. Because they're waterfront, the lot premium is going to be a little bit higher, like double those of the ones not on the water. The standard lot premium is $14,500. Waterfront starts at $25,000. Let's talk more about numbers. The base price of a Primrose house in Bexley is about $586,000. To that, you're going to add close to 10% for the design center. More if you don't watch my video. Onto that, you have to add the lot premium. All said and done, you're going to be close to $700,000 to $750,000. But you're going to have a very nice custom-built home in a very fantastic community. But while I have your attention, we need to talk about HOA and CDD fees. Yes, there are both. HOA fees are about $350 every 6 months. That's $60 a year, give or take. The CDD is about $2,200 per year. Again, very reasonable for the amenities that you're going to have available in the neighborhood. As far as where is Bexley located, it's pretty much in south central Pasco County. The western border is the Suncoast Parkway. Bexley's entrance is about a mile or so east of that, making access fairly easy. Once you're on the Parkway, it's less than 20 miles to Tampa International Airport, about 25 miles to downtown Tampa. The Tampa Premium Outlets are about 10 miles over on east on Highway 54. There must be, a couple hundred stores there to occupy all your money. Restaurants span the spectrum. There's everything there from, Panda Express to Ford's Garage, Chewy's Tex-Mex, one of my favorites, Outback, which is not one of my favorites. You can spend as much as you like at the new Brazilian Steakhouse. There are strip centers all along Highway 54 with restaurants, locally owned stores, and you can have breakfast at Big Apple Bagels or First Watch. I prefer Big Apple Bagels. The main event is there for the kids. Tiger Woods designed a putt-putt course. It's called Pop Stroke, although calling it a putt-putt course is not even close to what it really is. There are 2 18-hole courses, a full restaurant, and a bar. Okay, it's a huge step up from what I used to play as putt-putt. 2 miles farther down the street is the shops at Wiregrass, complete with another 100 or so stores, restaurants, and one of my favorite places, brew clubs. Actually, there are several brew pubs floating along Highway 54, 56. Florida Avenue Brewing is another one out by the shops. There's Advent Health Center Ice, which you can play hockey or just go skating. If you're really into golfing, that's not a problem. There are, 6 or 8 courses within 10 miles of Bexley. If you want to go 20, there's probably 10 or 12 more. If you get tired of riding the trails in Bexley, give the Suncoast Trail a whirl. It's something like, 30 miles of trails ending up in Hernando County. There's kayaking, canoeing, more biking trails that can be found over in Starkey Wilderness Ranch, and several other state parks around the area. If you're a beach person, well, you can get to the beach. It's just going to take you a little longer, about an hour. Honestly, Honeymoon Island is about 25 miles away, and it's one of the more, popular beaches with the locals. If you have to go to the crowds, Clearwater Beach is 35 miles. Depending on the time of day, it can be 60 minutes or more to get there, especially in spring break. Closer to home, within maybe half hour of the main entrance of Bexley, you're going to find several restaurants. There's San Jose Mexican, we were just the other night. Mexican food, it's a great place, night people. Brick City Eatery has some fantastic brick-fired pizza. They got some great Nashville hot chicken wings. Bangkok Sushi and Glory Days are in that same center. It also has International Beer Garden. This area of Pasco County has exploded with growth and it's just getting started. The bad side to all this growth has created issues. Longtime locals aren't excited about it because the growth has changed the area dramatically. 20 years ago, I can remember driving down Highway 54 and not seeing anything for miles but cows. If you wanted a restaurant, choices were pretty limited. And that's putting it nicely. I mean, you had Hungry Harry's, a barbecue place, which is really good barbecue, or Ukulele brand Bar and Grill, which is, those were pretty much it. The growth and the demand has cured that problem. I mean, there's food everywhere. Paul can go shopping without heading down to Tampa or the West Shore. The other big issue is traffic. I'm here to tell you traffic has become an issue. When they opened the outlet mall, getting from our home over to the mall was maybe a 15-minute drive along mostly a 2-lane, sometimes 4-lane road. It is still a 15-minute ride, but you're on a 4 to 6-lane road with a bunch more cars. People I talk to from Chicago, Denver, Atlanta, DC area, they think it's a breeze. So I guess it's, traffic issues vary upon your paradigm. A couple other things I want to get asked about are schools and medical facilities. Let's start with the schools. Bexley Elementary was open, I'm going to say 3, maybe 4 years ago. It has become a very highly desired place to go. I mean, our grandson goes there and loves it. Well, for as much as a 7-year-old can love school. His mom likes it. I mentioned earlier that a middle school and a high school were planned to be built inside of the Bexley subdivision. Well, until that happens, the middle school assigned to Bexley is Rouge Middle, and the high school is Sun Lake. Both of them are fine schools, and they are both reasonably close to Bexley. It's about 3 miles. Medical, well, right at the entrance to Bexley is a brand new Advent Health Care Pavilion and Advent Health Central Pasco ER. I've had the opportunity to visit that place as a guest. It is a state-of-the-art facility. They took care of me. If you need something more in-depth, like a full-blown hospital, St. Joseph's is about 7 miles to the south. HCA Trinity is about 8 miles to the west. Baycare and Advent Health are a little farther away. They're off to the east, about 13 miles. All of them are pretty much brand new, state-of-the-art facilities. I had a friend of mine that stayed a couple of days at Advent Health over in Wesley Chapel. She described the room as a 5-star hotel with medical capabilities. I have no idea how many doctors and dentists and pharmacists there are in the immediate area, but I'm going to make a guess it's probably in the hundreds. The area has grown a lot. Doctors, lawyers, they're pretty much the first people to move in after the residents. Things to do, well, if you're not a person who needs to go to the beach every day, and you're in luck. There are a dozen golf courses in a 10-mile radius. I mean, hiking trails, biking trails, kayaking. And this is Florida. There are outdoor activities of all kinds. Most of them are doable year-round. So that's the latest on Bexley South. Bexley North is yet to be seen, and I will address that when the developers release some more details. In the meantime, if you want to know more about homes that are available in Bexley itself, I have put a link in the description down below. If watching this video has made you decide that you want to work with us on your purchase of your next home here in the Bay Area, we would love to talk to you. We are full-time realtors. We don't do this as a weekend side gig. Give us a call, 813-864-6370, or send me a text. That is my direct line, and yes, unless I'm out with a client, I do answer my phone myself. If I'm with somebody, leave a message. I will actually call you back. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.